Hello everyone. Today's title is the one who has the everlasting joy. What does it mean that there's people who doesn't have this everlasting joy, right? That's why the title is the one who has. So there's people who has everlasting joy. There's people who doesn't have this everlasting joy. What is this reason? It's really important to us to understand this really well. Then really you can say and you can find this joy inside of Jesus Christ. What is the reason why some people have joy and everlasting joy and other people doesn't have any joy? Why some people have to live in the middle of sadness or in the middle of problems? It's really important to find and to understand what is the fundamental problem of all human beings. Why we must find this everlasting joy, and why from the beginning we cannot be happy. Bible shows us that after Genesis 3, all human beings fall short of the glory of God. Because this sin that they commit is the original sin. It came to their lives. From that moment on, they cannot live anymore with God. They become separate from God. From that moment, their life becomes really selfish. They don't do other things. They don't know about other things. They completely become in a spiritual state of being separate from God. What does it mean? They don't know other thing else, just themselves. Because they are separate from God. Of course they don't know God. Of course they don't know the way to be God. So there is no way for them to know about God. Because they are separate from God from that moment. This is the reason why all couples also fight. Why? They only know about themselves. They don't know about other people. It's just about my feelings, my thinking. This is the fundamental problem of all human beings. Because all of them have sinned. They fall short of the glory of God. They cannot be in the middle of the glory of God. The human being who was created to be with God cannot be with God anymore. From that moment, everything becomes wrong, right? Everything becomes a problem. In Genesis 6, we can see that all human beings, they fall into this spiritual problem. That they become completely influenced by Satan. Here they become separate. Separation. Because the sin. From this moment on, Satan start to attack, start to control, to roll over the lives of all non-believers who are separate from God. This is the beginning of all curses. Genesis 11, we can see that people, according to their own thinking, according to their own level, they are looking for this success. They are just looking how to earn more and more money, for example. So, according to their own thinking, without accept God in their lives, without recognize God in their lives, they are just running their life, trying to find something that will make them happy, trying to find something that will make them success. It's the beginning of the sin. It's my level, my own thinking, trying to build my own success without recognizing God in my life. If you don't recognize God in your life, there is no other option for you, just to live according to your own level. If they think this is right, then I will do it. Yes, I think it's right. If I think this is, I like this, then I will do it. Why not? They don't have any basics. Why? They don't know what is the fundamental problem of all human beings. So in this age, there's people who also would like to marry without dogs, for example. They get married with a dog. Why? Why not? I like the dog. That dog is better than other men's. Maybe they say that. There is no any basics. They don't recognize God, because they don't recognize God, they completely lost themselves in other things. They cannot find their identity, the way that God created them. Finding happiness, trying to find happiness, they try to fill themselves with other things. In this spiritual state, without knowing what is the problem, they try to fill themselves, they try to find this happiness, filling themselves with other things, with some joy. Of course, we must know the difference between joy and happiness, right? I can have some fun any moment, right? I can go with Yemu to eat something delicious, go to watch a movie, and we can have really good fun, right? Oh, I really enjoyed today, thank you, Yemu, right? Even I paid for that, but I really enjoyed it. Thank you. We can have really good time, right? But when you do something that you like, really you can have this joy. But joy and happiness is completely different. I was explain in this way. I like to watch movies. So I go to the cinema to watch a movie that I like, eating my caramel popcorns with my Coke. I really enjoy it. But when the movie is done, that's it. It finishes. So I go back to my own life, right? So it was fun until there, but it finished. So I cannot say that's happiness, right? I cannot say that makes me happy. I can enjoy that, but it doesn't make me happy. It's completely different. Today's title is the one who has this everlasting joy. What will make you happy? I want to ask you this question today. Really think by yourself, what will make me really happy? Go have fun with our friends? Pass all the exams? By the way, I finished my finals. I'm really excited. Is this what will make you happy? Or what will make you enjoy? That someone who is above you really saying, oh, good job. You feel well, right? Or you get some extra money. So excited. What is really the things that it make you happy? If there is a fundamental problem, there is also this fundamental answer that all human beings need. And because all human beings has this fundamental problem, God gives us this fundamental answer. I really pray and bless all of you to really find this fundamental answer inside of Christ. It's the answer that God is giving to your life. It's not about other things. We was talking about that last week, right? In the middle of this, you are fighting for something else. You are trying to find happiness or trying to feel yourself doing other things. But conclusion, we can see that that thing will not bring you that happiness. So even you have a lot of money, what is going to help you? It's gonna do nothing. Or even you can graduate from a good school. Still my heart, my feelings are in that moment, in that way. This is why God gives us the answer to our lives to solve these fundamental problems. This is why in Genesis 3:15, He gives us the covenant that the woman's offspring will come to crush the head of the snake. He will come, Christ will come to completely destroy the devil's work, to destroy the head of the snake. This is why, again, in Genesis 6, give again the same covenant. Build an ark. Build an ark. Because everything will be destroyed. Because all people are going to be destroyed in the middle of this. So build an ark. Why? Then you will live. Really, if you hold to Christ and you find yourself inside Christ, then you will live. Why you must build an ark? Because Christ is the only one who can save you. So being in Christ means that you will have life. We can see that if you are in Christ, from that moment, you are really blessed. From that moment, when you believe in God, when you accept Him in your heart, you become child of God. From that moment, you can leave your past. The difficulties, the hardships that you have facing and living until here, you can leave that. Become your past. The people don't believe in this. Really, if you believe in this, you are completely blessed. But people don't believe in this. People don't really believe in the Word of God. People don't believe that today, if I hold on to the Word of God, God will give me answer. Don't believe in that. God's answer doesn't have, if I think it that way, God's answers will not have any connection with me. The works that God is doing through the pulpit message, the works that God is doing through the church, if I'm not able to find this answer in my life, this answer that God is giving to us, it doesn't have any connection with my life. Oh, I think it's a good thing, but doesn't matter with me. I really pray and bless all of you that completely you can be free of this fundamental problem and go inside of the covenant of Christ. When you believe in Him, you can leave behind all your past. Until now, doesn't matter which kind of difficulties you face. You can escape from there. Just look, where is your spiritual state going? This is the important thing. Where my spiritual state is going. Is going inside of Christ? Or continually my spiritual state is going inside of the same things? Just check about that. How can I check that? What will make you really happy? If you don't work for the gospel, means I'm doing this for religion. I'm doing this for legalism. Today our pastor was telling us, awake from that, right? Really, when I come to church, I'm setting the mics, or I'm recording with the camera, I'm doing other things. Really, you're doing this for the gospel. Or just I'm doing this because, I don't know, I want to do it. Check that motivation. It's really important. Everything that I must do it just for the gospel, for the sake of the gospel. So through my devotion, other people can receive grace. Through my devotion, other people can listen to the gospel. Through my devotion, in the field, many people who are a slave of this, a slave of their past, falling into the same problems continually. Through my devotion, that other many people can really listen to the gospel of Jesus Christ. Check that. That's really important. Really, my devotion, my spiritual state is going on to Christ for the sake of the gospel and word evangelization, or for the sake of myself. To wait to someone to say, good job. Oh, look at that person, it works really well. That's completely selfish. It's not because of others. Just thinking about myself. People believe in Jesus and become child of God, but continually, if I don't understand this, you will be a slave of the same things in the past, the same problems. So one day I will fight with the same kind of people continually. You are the evangelist to save the field. Amen? To save the multitude people. You are the evangelist to do word evangelization. Just look what is above. The other thing that we must look. Don't look what is in the earth, but look and find, seek for the things that is above in heavens. What will make you happy? Our happiness is not in other people. Because these people say this to me, I feel happy. It's our basics, our reason of being happy is not in that. It's not about other people. It's not about the situation. If everything is going as I'm thinking, then I'm really happy. But the thing is going as I wasn't thinking, in other ways, then this is not God's plan. We think in that way, right? Our happiness is not in that. It's not about other people. It's not about the situation that we are facing. This is not like this. Happiness is found only in Christ. He's the answer to all your problems. If you want to discover this, then first you must know what is the important thing. If you want to discover and have the answer that really you can be happy on Christ, first you must understand what is the important thing. What is the most important thing in your life? That's the gospel. Because Christ is the only thing that can make you happy. It's not about other things, but about your spirit. In that way, if you really want to find this happiness, really you must know what is the most important thing. This is why we must find ourselves inside of the gospel. This is why we must find church ministry inside of the gospel. This is why we must find the reason why God is giving me this feeling. Why problems are come to us? You must understand this really well. Then, why Christ is the answer to your problems? You must understand this really well. If you don't understand this, all decisions in your life, when you have to make an important decision, it will be not according to God's plan, but according to your own thinking. If you don't understand this flow, the basics of your decisions will be just your own experience. It's not about God's plan. It's not about God's desire. Then it's going to be difficult to receive God's guidance. It's going to be really difficult to find what really God prepared for your life. Yesterday I met one lady, Korean lady. She accepted Jesus Christ a few months ago. On March, she has a car accident. So she became really injured and receiving healing in the hospital. One friend who is going to church came to visit her. Bring the pastor also, and both was praying for her. So she was non-believer in the moment. But she was feeling really nice because the pastor also came and prayed for her to recover fast. So when she recovered and left the hospital, she went to the church following the friend. But already 3 months passed. She's feeling okay physically. Yesterday I met her, and what she said is, now it become really hard to go to church. Because in that moment I was having a lot of pain. So I was able even to pray and cry because I have pain, so God, I need you to heal me. But now I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling like I don't need to go to church anymore. Even you go to church, what are you going to do? We don't receive blessing because we are going to church. We don't receive answers because we pray a lot. I told her that's one secret. Where is Jesus Christ? I asked her. I don't know. The most important thing is that accept Jesus Christ and really know that He becomes the Lord of your life. That's the most important thing. Going to church is not going to bring you blessings. That becomes later. But first, you must escape from this. really quickly. I don't know, these days, going to church is too hard. When the pastor is finished, I'm just watching my watch. I want to pray, but I cannot even concentrate. Even I have to ride the car and I feel like I'm spending money. I don't want to go. Why is it so hard to go in church? People are not understanding this fundamental thing. Really, inside of Christ, you have life. After I explain her, why you must believe in Jesus Christ? Why Jesus Christ is the answer to your problems? Because no one can find these problems. I told her, you was living a happiness life. She said that I was happy, but then I get the car accident. I think that's the reason, that's the way that God used, the method that God used. Then you can meet God. You can believe in Jesus. If you didn't have accident, you will live your life by your own. She has a life that she thinks, I'm satisfied, I'm happy, because I'm just doing what I want to do. She has enough money, so she's traveling around the world, visiting good things, great countries, and enjoying, and think that's happiness. But inside of the heart is loneliness. There's other things that doesn't make them feel or satisfied. Their family also is not satisfied. I told her, it looks like it's okay, right? Like you don't need to go to church anymore. Then stop to go. And when the time passes, again other problems come to you. And again will be fine. But again other problem will come to you. And continually you will face the same situations. You can escape from that. That's our routine, our destiny. This is why you must believe in Jesus Christ. Why? There is authority in the back that we cannot break. But only Christ, the woman's offspring, can come to destroy the head of the snake. You must understand this really well. After I explained her, really simple, she accepted Jesus Christ into her heart. And also we opened a Bible study with her, so she can continually receive the word of God. What I want to say as a conclusion, we must become the people who has the answer for others. You must become this spiritual summit. You know, these spiritual things is something that we cannot see with our eyes. It's something that we cannot tell. But you must become this spiritual summit. I really pray to receive this answer. Really pray to receive this answer. What is this person, this spiritual summit? It's the person who is filled of the Spirit of God. Really, we must become this kind of person. The people who have the spiritual power to give an answer to all problems. To give an answer to those who are in the middle of problems. Because already God showed us the answer, the way that is Jesus Christ. So you must become the person who has this spiritual power like Joseph. So even non-believers saw Joseph and say, can we find someone like Joseph in whom the Spirit of God is in him? This kind of answers. Joseph was completely a spiritual summit. Even non-believers recognize that. Become the person ready to give answer to others. Really, if your friend comes to you, I'm really sad, I have these problems and this problem, are you able to give him an answer, to lead him, then he can hold on to Christ? Because that's the key. When we hold on to Christ, in that moment, the words of God start to appear in their lives. It's what it can change them, the word of God. Are you able, are you ready, or you can become this kind of person? The person spiritually ready, with a spiritual state that you can save the field. Then all people who are spiritually sick in the field, they will find an answer for you. So in other words, become the person become the person that the field needs. Really pray and bless all of you. So you can become this person. Why? What it makes you happy? Really, we are happy because other things. We are not happy because of other people. We are not happy because the things are going well with us. For me, doesn't matter if I have pain or other things. Yesterday, that person saying thank you. That person said, oh, now I understand everything. Thank you for allowing me to know about this Jesus Christ. That's really what it makes me happy. Seeing how other people are receiving answers after finding Jesus Christ. This is really what it makes me happy. So the one who has this everlasting joy is the one who is inside of Christ. The one who is inside of the Word of God. I bless all of you to become that kind of person, of people. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for your grace. Bless us to become the people who have the complete answer inside of Jesus Christ. So only with Jesus Christ, God is enough, complete, and everything for our lives. In the name of Jesus Christ I pray. Amen.